everybody. Oh, might help if I turn the mic on, right? Hey, everybody. It's Angel from Halo Inspirations. We give you inspirations to help you spread beauty and joy through your quilting journey. Happy Hump Day. Whoop, whoop. Yes, happy Wednesday to all of you. Listen, it's our live Q&A. I did see. We've got Miss Mary on board. We've got Sherry. We've got Guess Who, Nancy, right? And we've also got Marla. Marla, it's been a while since we've seen you. Glad to see that you're here. So, I appreciate y'all stopping by. Really, we do. I do have Michael on board. Make sure, Michael, can you say hello?
Yellow.
Yeah, making sure everybody can hear him. I don't know why my chat thing isn't pulling up everything, but I guess, I don't know. I'm not even going to guess. So it'll disappear for a little bit in a different parts of the segment that I have here for y'all with the live quilting and answers. But today's video, oh, hey there, Sassy Steph. Glad to see you. All right, so, and Sassy Steph is, for those of you who don't know, Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter. Oh, and Mary, you had to have a blast when she was talking about rulers. I mean, it was kind of like the clown bag, right? I say, like the clown car when she talked about everything she took on the retreat and she just kept pulling out more and more. I think all those rulers, she just kept pulling out more and more. It was the clown bag of rulers, right? It was so fun, Sassy Stuff. So fun. All right. So, we did drop a video and I have come to the conclusion. Now, if you could come up with a better name, that is totally cool. But I'm calling this the Countdown to Halloween wall hanging. And it is a big wall hanging, knowing that we are at 44 by 64, but I did talk about a way to make it a little smaller. And I wanted to share that just a couple of ideas in case you didn't want to do pockets. Okay. I did share in the video how to make it a little bit smaller, just in case that you don't have that much space. It's really hard when you've got a big panel because you're going to have a bigger quilt or a bigger wall hanging, plain and simple. But at any rate, yeah, you loved Stephanie's rulers. Wasn't that fun? They do have the pockets. So, well, let me go over here. If in fact you haven't seen the video yet, this is a countdown to Halloween. The whole inspiration came from the idea that we have advent calendars, and as quilters, we've even seen people make advent wall hanging quilt tops, right? And there are some people, would you not agree, Michael? We can think of one in our family, right? Who love Halloween more than Christmas. Would you not agree with that, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Halloween's the shiz.
But you don't like it more than Christmas.
Uh,
It's a hard one. That's a hard
that's
toss
a
up.
hard one. Well, because, I like Christmas because of memories,
Right.
but Halloween is more fun.
Right. Oh, hello, Miss Mary. I see another Mary and oh no, that's the same Mary. Sorry, I'm looking at the. I gotta look at the chat box, not the chat box y'all see. It's really tiny for me. Well, thank you, Miss Mary. It was fun. That wall. Sherry does say that Halloween wall hanging is a great idea. And there was something else. Oh, I wanted to say hello, Mom. For those of you who don't know,
Yeah.
Sharon Campbell Coy is my mom, and she is a phenomenal quilter herself. So, yes, it has the pockets, and there are 31 pockets because I know with Advent, with Christmas, we count down 1 to 25, right? You open a box or a little door or something with your Advent calendar once a day until Christmas, and Christmas is a big deal, right? Some do it through 24th. I like doing it through the 25th if I was going to do it, just saying. Well, because Halloween for some people, is like the biggest holiday of the
Bang.
year. Yeah. They celebrate all month. I mean,
Yep.
they're nothing. And Halloween falls on the 31st, right? So
So
that
you get a full month.
it's a full month. So we had to have 31 pockets. Now, when you watch the video, most of them are, I can hear your bird, Michael. Most of
I'm
them
sorry.
are 4-inch squared. Okay, once it's in the quilt, they finish at 4 inches. But I do have two pockets that are, one is 4-inch by 12 inches long, 4 inches tall by 12 inches long, and the other one is 8 inches long by 4 inches tall. That way you could put a little something bigger in it. But you know, some of the ideas, you don't ever have to do anything crazy. You can put notes in there. A little note of something, right? You can do inexpensive stickers. And you know, you can get a whole sheet and cut them up and then have different ones in different days. I mean, there are so many. You can go to the Dollar Tree and just have Halloween fun. And just put stuff inside those pockets. Those, there are people who love, right? Some are already driving around with decorations on their cars. Well, ain't that the truth? Pocket quilt would be so fun for little ones. That's absolutely for little ones too. Because you know, it's a whole month of celebrating. It's like the Advent calendar for Christmas. And you can just simply load it up with candy, little small candies, you know, because they're going to get a bunch of candy, right? And I don't know about y'all, but Halloween and Christmas were special for my kids because I didn't let them eat candy. They had to go with the in-laws and my parents, or the grandparents and the aunts and uncles, to get candy.
I had to do everything except ask Mom for candy.
Exactly. But
I mean, that's why
you
I'm an
love the
addiction to
gnome
sweet
panel,
things.
and that's here. Let me move out of the way. Okay, that is exactly what it looks like with these gnomes, and it is the Gnomester mash. The Gnomester mash. It was the graveyard smash. The gnome. No, okay, sorry. But this is from Jennifer Pugh, who is an absolute wonderful artist. Check out her Facebook page. Oh gosh, I should have had. I'll have to put it in the links after this video, because I don't even know if you can find it, Michael. But Jennifer Pugh, she actually does have her own Facebook page. I don't know if she's got an Instagram page. I have to go look that one up. But she does a lot. So things you see in like Kirkland's, you know, their home store decorating thing. Things you see in, what's that name of that store? Home Goods. Some of those artsy, fun things that are very inspiring, that isn't even a word, very inspiring, and you want to buy them for decoration. She's done a lot of that. She works with a lot of big companies that you buy things from stores, but she also works with Wilmington Prints and does fabric. So I did take that panel, and that's the panel with the gnomes, and then inside, this is actually the 10-karat crystal from Wilmington Prints. Okay, those are also in the store. So wonderful fabric, fun fabric, and it's a fun quilt. And it's not hard. It's really not hard. Where I used to live, every bar has Halloween parties. Wow, that would be ooh. As long as you're not drinking it, everyone, because you got to drive. Is that voice in Monster Mash Boris? I don't know. You're the Google guru. I don't know, but I love that song, the Monster Mash. But it's the Gnomester Mash here. So, okay. So I do have a couple things to add. I did talk about one of them in the video. I said I would talk about it in the live Q&A. And if anybody has any questions about it, don't hesitate to pipe up. Now, I will also tell you, I did a supply list for this quilt the way I made it. Oh, and what's the panel's name, artist name again? Jennifer Pugh. How do you spell that, Michael? P as in Papa, U as in uniform, G as in golf,
What?
H as in halo. Pugh. I think that's how you spell her last name.
Okay.
If you go to our website and you find the panel or the 10-karat crystals, it tells you exactly who it's from. Oh, and in the original video. But she's a phenomenal artist. Phenomenal. Okay, so loved your intro banner for your video. If Michael did that, he did a great job. Are you talking about the thumbnail, Mom? Like the picture? That was me.
Okay, I didn't make some.
I actually did all the editing this time too. I was working last night until like 4 a.m. editing. So, well, rendering, uploading, all that stuff. So I was up late. So that was all me. It was too late for him to help with that. So, But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And it's this panel that's in the background, or this quilt, actually. It's the whole quilt. At any rate, thank you, Mom. Appreciate the compliment. Okay, so a couple of things that I wanted to add. The first one is another idea. If you don't want to make pockets, okay, you can do the same quilt, just don't turn some of them into pockets. Plain simple. That's an easy button, right? Hit that easy button. That was easy. I should bring the one down we have in the house so I can start doing that. At any rate,
I can make it.
I also talk about you can make it smaller by just leaving one row instead of doing two. Okay. And the last thing that I didn't mention is you can turn these into 2.5-inch squares. Now they can't be that'd be a really tiny pocket. But you can cut 2.5-inch squares. If you do that though, I would do rows of 3. So what does that mean? So let me go this way. On this quilt particular, we have 2 rows of 4.5-inch squares that finish at 4. If you cut down to 2.5, I think it'll look better if you had rows that were 3 deep. So 3 across. It'll still be, it's going to work out because it's an even number. You can cut the panel and the stop border, which is that skinny border right, well, you can't see that side. Skinny border right here. That's what I call stop border, small border, inner border, lots of different names for it, okay? You can cut the panel and the stop border the same because that those 2.5-inch squares will work with that math, okay? You'll just have more of them. But it's another idea, just so you know. And then, of course, you won't have the pockets, but it'll be a cute quilt, a cute small quilt. Her IG, I don't know what that is. I can't see that. You know, I know that. Thank you, Michael. But I don't see an address or anything. If she does have an Instagram, that would be awesome. I haven't looked yet. I'm just friends with her on Facebook. So, and we have talked through email because I'm telling you, in a prior video I did, we talked about this panel because there are little Easter eggs in it, and she was so happy that I found them, and they're in every line of fabric that I've ever seen from her. So
Not just her fabric, anything she does artistically, she puts a Easter egg in it.
Nope.
I thought she said she did.
Some things, but not everything artistically.
Okay.
The fabric, always with the fabric. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so 2.5-inch squares. That was my other idea for you. You could turn it into a very small, cute quilt. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention, I didn't say this, and I meant to in the video, but I didn't write it down in my notes when I was talking, so it didn't come out. When you do these pockets, you're going to think, when you watch how I do the pockets, you're going to think, my gosh, there's a lot of bulk. And I will tell you, there is some bulk. Now, I did not have to use a walking foot. Number one, the bulk wasn't that bad. Here's the interesting thing. I want to share with you that I did use, according to my ideal seam gauge, okay, I was able to use a scant 1/4 inch for the whole thing. And I will tell you, as long as you cut your stop border appropriately, depending on what you can get out of the panel, and I talk about that in the video, as long as you get this center piece to be 48.5 by 28.5, personally, my side borders and my top and bottom borders came out nearly perfect. Like, one did come out absolutely perfect, and the other ones were so minimal. I mean, it was like, I don't even know, like probably like a 32nd of an inch off. So I wanted to share that because some of these, I keep looking at that side. Like here, these two, there's no pocket in here. So the bulk's not the same. And then this one has one pocket. These ones are both pockets. So no matter what I had going on, when I hung the pocket border, it worked. With, according to my ideal seam gauge, I used a scant 1/4 inch. Okay. Period. I want you to know that the bulk was really not that bad. It really, really wasn't that bad. You tried to give it a link and it didn't work. Oh, okay, sassy. I'll try and find it myself. You can share it with me. That'd be great, and then I'll get it out there, because she's wonderful. She is absolutely wonderful. And there are some things that she does that you can buy in the store that I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that'd make a beautiful piece of fabric or a panel. And I'm going to start like replying to her posts like that. Because I'm like, can you make this a fabric? Because some of them are just gorgeous. You finished the Seasons of the Heart Christmas quilt last night. Oh, do I have some of that fabric in my shop still? Michael, can you go out on haloinspire.com and look for Seasons of Heart in pre-cuts? Actually, just go to Christmas. And if it's still listed, then we still have some. I don't see it over there, but that doesn't mean that it's not there. That's a good question, Mom. Thank you. That's beautiful fabric. Beautiful, beautiful. You don't remember if you mentioned it, but is the fabric you use part of a collection to the panel? Okay, yeah. So the panel is Seasons of Heart.
Okay.
Okay. The panel is Gnomester Mash multi-panel, okay, by Jennifer Pugh for Williamton Prints. And then the square, we do have it, Michael?
Yeah.
Okay, just a second. The squares are cut from the 10 karat crystal pack of Gnomester Mash by Jennifer Pugh of Wilmington Prints. So they are matching. Okay, so the colors match. Everything matches. The only thing that didn't are my cornerstones. Okay. So I'm going to get to that in just a second, because that's something I needed to add. So that, you're absolutely right. They are all the same fabric line. Okay. So it made it really easy being matchy with colors and stuff. But that's a fantabulous question, Mary. Okay. So let me pull up this picture. The chat box is going to disappear for a second. I'm going to pull up the whole quilt, okay? And I'm putting a background on it so that you can actually tell between what's behind me and the actual quilt. So here, and it's cut funny, so it looks a little awful. I mean, not awful. Off. Okay, some of the measurements might look off because I'm cutting them off. Okay, so I didn't want you to see the background because it would be distracting. Okay, so this is the actual quilt top. Now, if you look at my pumpkins, here's what I'm thinking. I think they look like apples, orange apples. So what I'm going to do, where there are black in the bottom, on the bottom corner. So if you look at the bottom left-hand side picture, it's actually better. You can see where it cuts in with black on the bottom. I'm going to fill those in with orange. I'm going to try that. I didn't think it would look like that until I put it in the quilt, and I was like, yeah, those look like apples. They don't look like pumpkins. So I'm going to change.
Put a pumpkin face on them.
Huh?
Just gotta put a pumpkin face on them.
You think I should do that? If I do that, I gotta do it before I quilt it.
Yeah.
You want me to do that? Okay, I'll try it. I'll see if that works. I'll applique some eyes and... But this is just a pattern. I did not share how to make this. If anybody's interested in either of my ghost or my pumpkin, just let me know. I'll be free to... I will definitely do that for you. Let's just say that. Make sure that...
What are you going to do instead of make it a pumpkin face?
Oh, I was going to... The black on the bottom, the two sides that are cut in, I was going to make them orange. So it would widen the base. If it widens the base, I think it would look more pumpkin-y.
Yeah, you could also add a skeleton.
I mean, the one on the top right looks funny because I cut the picture off wrong. So, but yeah.
But, I mean, you could do that, but you could also add a pumpkin face and do both. And it will be a pumpkin and no one can question it.
There you go. I think I might just do that before I quilt it. Very cool. Very cool idea. Yeah, you're right, Mom. My mom loves panels, and she does a lot of cool stuff with panels. And you think they look like pumpkin, Sherry? Oh, I appreciate that. Oh, bats would look cool. The issue I ran into is it's an 8.5 inch square unfinished, and some of the math becomes tricky when you do 8.5 inches. Even the ghost, to me, I showed those to Sassy Steph before I put them in the quilt. The guy in the bottom, he's not blown up big enough, but I think he looks like he's shady, like he's about to cause some trouble. Okay. But I think the one on the top left is definitely more, it looks like a Pac-Man ghost. You know how like the Pac-Man...
She's awesome.
Pac-Man ghost come in, the Pac-Man was trying to eat the ghost. That's what that looks like to me. Totally looks like a Pac-Man ghost. But bats would look cool. You're absolutely right. And I thought about doing a witch's hat, but that 8.5 inches is really tricky. Unless I did foundation paper piecing. And I started to do that, but I ran out of time, so I just looked like I just ended up piecing it. So Sassy Step, you said it looks like pumpkins to me, not orange apples. Well, okay. Maybe I'll just leave it and just put a little face in there, like Michael said. I think that might be a good idea. But that is the actual quilt, and I just wanted to talk about if anybody's interested in getting a ghost or a pumpkin, you just need to let me know. The other thing, I'm going to close that out real quick so we can all see the chat for a second.
Sure.
Oh, okay. The other thing I wanted to note is I never told you in the video. Now it's on the supply sheet. Ooh. I think I did that right. In the supply sheet, I did tell you need 1/3 of a yard of the black for the stop border. Okay. Now I don't sell it by the third, so you'd have to buy 1/4 and you'll have a little bit left over. But premium jet black is what I used. It actually matches almost identical to this black. I mean, if not identical. I mean, it looks the same to me, which is crazy in my opinion, because you know how blacks can have different shades. Even though you buy black, they all can look different. This is like identical, which was awesome. Mary, you think they look like pumpkins also? Okay, then we got pumpkins. We're gonna let it ride. But that's making sure. I could talk for hours about it, but I think that's basically what I had to add. Yeah, that's what we got. So I wanted to share a couple of things, especially since somebody told me they wanted to hold something, and before I release it on the website, I wanted to reach out. So even if they're not in here, but you're watching the hashtag replay, maybe I'll get a notification. Okay, so I'm gonna, I didn't check my, let me go to something different. Okay. Oh, my dogs are going nuts and I don't know why. Okay, let me move this over here. Let me move this over here. Okay, I'm going to switch cameras here. Okay, so the chat box is going to go away for a little bit. One of the things that had come in the shop, Lori Holt, these quilt seed packs. Okay, so they're basically they're the pattern for this flower. Okay, there are 6 of these patterns, and they're with the prairie fabric is what they were designed with. Now you can use any fabric you want, but that's where this whole thing came out. So they're called quilt seeds. They're super cute. They're all flowers. Okay, and it does say, oh look, 100%. Oh, I don't think you can see that, but it says 100% cute. And it just, I think it says, I don't know where I read it. Maybe it's inside the pattern, but it says just add stitches or something like that. So what I've had in the shop, because everything was cool with the pattern, was the first one. This is flower number 1, and the last one, number 6. 2, 3, 4, and 5 had a pattern error. And I was waiting for Riley Blake to send them to me, and they finally came in. So we do have pattern flower number 2, which is, and if you notice, they're all different colors. So we have flower number 1 is blue, Then there's flower number 2, which is green. And on the back, and I do put this on our, Michael actually puts it on our website when he loads the products. It tells you how much you need for fabric requirements in case you're using something different. Or it'll also give you the numbers if you're using the prairie line. Okay. So this is green for number 2. Number 3 is red, it's red. And number 4 is pink. Okay. And number 5 is orange. So they're all different patterns. Now the actual flower is unfinished at 10.5 by 20.5. Michael, here's what I'm going to ask you. Go to Halo Inspired. Can you go and go under patterns and then just click the link for the patterns tab. Don't go to one specific of these because they'll all be in there. But just, can you put are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you put the link for the, click into the patterns tab and then the link at the top? Okay. Thank you. Yeah. All right. So 2 through 5 is going to be loaded either tomorrow or Friday, depending on when Michael will have a chance to get her done. And, the thing is, somebody told me they wanted one of these patterns. Not you, Mom. I know about you. And I want to make sure that we don't load that one into the website and somebody buys it. So if it was you, send me a Facebook message, email, whatever, and I will hold it for you and keep it out of the quilt shop so that you make sure that you get it. Okay. And I don't remember what number it was. So that's the issue. So now we do have 1 through 6, guys. All the pretties. Isn't that pretty? So we do have... Hey there, Miss Cindy. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. It has been a long time. Oh, y'all can't see the chat box. She's coming at us from Facebook, and she says, hello, everyone. So glad to see you, Cindy. Sharina is also coming to us from Facebook, and she said, forgot it was Wednesday for a bit. Hello. And I'm saying hello back at you, Sharina. Glad to see you're here. Glad to see you made it. Whoop, whoop. The other thing, I do have new fabric that came in, but I'm going to save it because I didn't know how long this video was going to run, and we got some fabrics in. We got some really pretty fabrics in. So I will share that for next time. But what I do want to share, the last item that came in, and this is kind of fun. So this was my box. Okay. It's the half square triangle quilt block design deck. Now, it's by C&T Publishing, and a lot of you have been happy about the, what are they called? Quilt Builder. I think they're called Quilt Builder card decks. Okay. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate the link in there. It's been crazy a few months. I think it must be, Cindy. So those by C&T Publishing, the Quilt Builder card decks, I have both. I know I have number 2. I don't know if I have the first one, but I do know I have a number 2 in the shop. But then they came out with these half square triangles. Now, they're a little different. They're 2-inch squares. I'm going to pull some of these out, okay? And this is the fun, guys. So some of them are exactly black and white. Some of them are solid. These are your half square triangles, okay? These are your solids. What's on the back of this one? Okay, we already have that one. And then we have, there's another half square with so this is a light. This is mediums, and that's a dark with a light. And they do have various color of solids. So they have a black solid in here, and they also, I want to say, they have a white solid. Yep, they sure do. Okay. To be real honest with you, these are all your color variations. Okay, all those in the middle right here. Those are all the different cards. And what that allows you, with half square triangles, you can make so much. And they just have some examples on the side of the box. And then, basically they're just demonstrating how you could figure it all out. But it allows you to play with half square triangles and solids, okay, to build all kinds of patterns. And then if you do more than one, so sometimes when you put different blocks together, you can see the secondary block, pattern that comes out of it. So you can play with all the different little 2-inch cards. Now, if you decide that this is what you want to make, understand you have a 2-inch. Now I'm going to help you with some quilting math because that's one of my specialties. So you will cut your fabric. Well, half square triangles are different. If you wanted to finish at 2 inches, you will cut them at 3 inches. Okay. 2 squares of the colors you're using to get the 2-inch finish. Okay. But then if you were using a solid, you just cut a 2.5-inch square of fabric, and that'll give you a 2-inch finish for your quilt. So it allows you to really, really play with the idea of, different things that you can make with half square triangles. And I think this is so much fun. And if you go on a retreat, Angel's not here. She does a lot of teaching, and she does at a retreat center. She does some teaching. If you go to a retreat, or you go to your guild and or a quilting bee, and you want to play a fun game, y'all can have so much fun with these little things and games. And then, of course, if you're trying to build a quilt and you want to design something, whether you're doing it as a group or you're doing it on your own, these are a lot of fun. They're absolutely a lot of fun. So I wanted to share that. And Michael, they're actually in. They might be under the What's New tab. If you can find the half square triangle block by CNT Publishing.
Do you want to link directly to it?
Yes, directly to that. And if it's not in there, it might be in accessories.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
You would love to have a set. Wouldn't that be fun? I mean, I think because there's so many. Let me switch back, guys, so you can look at me. Okay. Because there are so many things that you can do with half square triangles, this allows you to physically be able. Yeah, there goes the chat box. Every time I switch back, it does that. This will let you be able to have fun and experiment on your own without cutting up a bunch of fabric beforehand or drawing it. It's already done. Okay? Plain and simple. You think you ran out of internet data? I will rewatch the remind. Okay, I'll try. Oh, okay. Well, Miss Mary, we love you. Absolutely love you. So that's what I have for today. Those are, again, if you were looking for a quilt seed, number 1 through 6. I know it wasn't 1 and 6 because those were on the website. So 2 through 5, if somebody was looking for it, let me know within the next day because they're going to go up either tomorrow or Friday, and I just want to hold it for you. But all the seeds are in, all the pre-printed correct patterns are written and shipped to me, so I'm going to make sure they get squared away, and Michael will get them up on the website for you. And then, of course, the half square triangles. Those are the 2 products that I wanted to share with you. Next week, next week is our first Christmas Wednesday. I never think I'm going to add something until I'm actually done editing, and I'm like, I should have said this. And you might have questions. Questions are always good. But I'm going to share with you some of the new fabric, and I'm going to share. I don't think I shared it on the YouTube and Facebook. I think it was just in Creative Kingdom. Michael, was it with the dragonflies? Your favorite fabric?
I think so.
Yeah, I'll verify to make sure, but it's Michael's favorite, and if I haven't shared it here, I'll definitely. I don't think I did. Because I went to Kansas City for Angela's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to share Michael's favorite to date. And we got a couple things in today too. So I'm going to share some fabric with y'all next week. And along with Christmas Wednesday, we have Christmas Wednesday. Whoop, whoop. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Okay. You love the Halloween quilt, Hubby B-Day. Oh, look. Okay, Cindy, I don't mean to be an enabler. But you could make a pocket countdown to Halloween, but instead of calling it countdown to Halloween, you can call it countdown to hubby's birthday. And every day you can put something little tiny in there for him. And you could, I was even thinking about this. If you had something larger, you know, maybe you bought a, you know, like a Halloween tree and it won't fit in any of these boxes, you can put a note where to find it, you know, so send them on a little scavenger hunt with all the little notes. But yeah, you could do something for his birthday and he could celebrate the whole month. I know. I don't mean to enable it. I don't mean to be an instigator, but how fun would that be? I mean, I'm not even going to lie. That would be so fun. That would be good to use to try and make a dinosaur quilt from squares and triangles. Well, okay, so there you go, Shreen. I mean, that's another idea is that you can figure out, because you're right, there are a lot of pixelated, sorta, pictures that you can do, and a lot of them will have those half square triangles in them. I mean, like a Christmas tree, like we all seen and a million of them, right? A lot of them have solid blocks in the middle, and then they have the half square triangles on the edges and different things to get the rounding and whatnots. So yeah, absolutely, that would be a great idea. Yeah, I know. I love the idea, Cindy, but I'm just thinking that's a lot of work. I don't mean making the quilt. That goes fast. I mean 31 presents. That's a lot. So, at any rate, that's what I have. And anybody else got any questions, comments, whatnots? I'm glad y'all stopped by. I always have fun doing these things. I will tell you. Oh, I didn't tell you. I'm going to tell you now, because Sassy Steph is about to release a thumbnail to let you know of an upcoming event on Friday. I will be on YouTube with Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter on her channel. We're going to do a live together, and we're doing a small project that has big impact. Yeah. So I hope that you will come along this Friday. And Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter. Sassy Steph, if you're still here, can you put your link? I don't know if you have a Brandon link or not with the C. But can you put your link in the chat for us if you're still here? That would be much appreciated. Great. Oh yeah, you are still here because you just put great half square triangle practice. Absolutely. I love this thing. I mean, I can't. This is why one of them's mine, because I'm going to play with it. Is it a yeah, absolutely. Mom, you will appreciate this project too. Anybody, it's free. And I'm going to show you how, but Stephanie and I will explain to you where the project comes from, what it's about, how it works, where to get all the information, and we're going to have some fun with it on Friday. So anybody, we welcome everybody out. We're going to have ourselves a little quilting project party. Oh, I like that. Quilting project party on the Friday. So, okay. So Sassy Steph, hey there, Mona did what? I love that name too. Y'all come up with the greatest names. So Sassy Steph, can you put your YouTube link in the chat for us, please? And people will see it on the chat box for those who are in the Facebook world. But yeah, can you put your link in there? So anyway, everybody is welcome. Please come share support to Miss Sassy Steph, and come have fun with us, because it's a small project. Like I said, it's a small project with big impact. So, oh, you did? Okay.
I didn't
see
getting a notification for it. It's being weird. It's like auto blocking it, and I don't have any say over it.
You don't have any say over it?
Well, normally it'll like, this was blocked, and it'll tell me I'm not getting that.
Okay, let me let me go. Let's see if I can do this. Look, I'm doing it on the fly, guys. And I'm not, oh, it won't let me do the see, this is why I always like Michael in here.
What?
Well, if you can see it, can you copy and paste it?
No, I can't see it, is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not getting it.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, like, I don't know what's up with it, but yeah, it's not,
All
nothing's
right,
popping up.
here, I'm gonna go. I'll do it.
Okay.
Memoirs.
Oh. Um, uh,
There, I got it. Oh, you got it?
okay. No,
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to, I don't know.
That's
Yeah, I don't know how to post it through my phone, though.
okay. I got you.
Okay.
She does have
Maybe
branded one, so I've got you. I got you. Now, what I'm gonna do? I'm putting it right now inside of. Well, I'll do that right when I get off. And I'm gonna just paste it right now. I don't know how to get in the chat. Oh wait, I think I might have figured it out. No. Look, guys, this is mine. I'm new to this as far as this side of it. This is why I have somebody here. And I'll tell you what, I can do it in Facebook. Yeah, I can do that. And then
do that and I can paste it. So
yeah,
okay.
there you go. We're going to get this done because I want y'all to go there because I'm telling you, this is a great small project with a, sorry guys, with a big impact. Okay, and I didn't put that, there is the link. Oh, Mary put it. See, Mary, you are just all that and a kit. All that and what do you say that? A bag of chips? I love you. I love you. Okay, so there it is, Michael. Now I got to get back to this. There we go. Oh, she sent it to you too, Michael. They probably are. Well, I don't know why they are. They shouldn't be. Okay. So I posted the link. It's down there. It's the last one. It's a little different than what Mary has. She's got the, if that's the same link. That's the unbranded one. The branded one always has, you'll see like a C after the youtube.com and then the name. So you can go to that link. I'm telling you guys, this project is going to be so super fun. Small, short project, big impact. That's where we're going to go. So Michael, can you retag it?
Oh, I don't see it.
It's on Facebook.
I said I'm on Facebook.
Refresh.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I can see it. It's out there. It's on the chat.
Finally, I got it. That took forever. That was dumb.
Yeah, it's coming, Mona. But Mona, aren't you're a follower? So
there you go. I got it. Woo, I did it.
Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter. I want to make sure everybody gets it because y'all are going to have fun with this, especially with Sassy Stuff. If y'all know Sassy Stuff, her humor and her laugh, she brings joy to our lives. Just being with her. And she's a phenomenal quilter and piecer. And we're going to have a lot of fun. So I hope to see you all Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time because she's in North Carolina. Just down the road from me. So we'll be there 3 p.m. Friday. It's an extra little thing for those here on Halo Inspiration. It's a little extra oomph. And yeah. Oh, see, Mona, you love watching it, right? She is so much fun. So, okay, good. I'm glad that you got it all done. I'm glad that we got it done. Please join us. We would love to have you. We will see you Friday. And then I will see you all next Wednesday for Christmas Wednesday. Whoop, whoop. Okay. So, thanks, guys, for stopping by. Hope to see you Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. You know how I feel about that word. It means ignore everything else. That's not true. This time I'll just say, until next time, guys, may you all continue to be inspired, productive, ever so joyful. Never stop believing, and never stop making your dreams in quilting come true. Hey.
You're awesome.
Oh, thank you so very much. I appreciate the likes.
Stay safe, everyone.
Yes. Oh, Mike always has to say stay safe. That's his thing at the end. And let's get spooky. Halloween is right around the corner. So I'll see you all next time. And Michael, one more time.
Stay safe.
Love you.